Hey, this is the Chaos Incarnate, and I'm making this video as a part 2 to my previous video. And pretty much it's referencing to Vibrenium's latest video, explaining to the reasons why he left DDO, and his reasons for leaving DDO is because he said that the game is dead, that no one's on, no one's running anything, and that Neverwinter is better. Well, the thing is, Neverwinter sucks. That's why I left that game 3 years ago. And when I briefly came back to Neverwinter, after like 2 weeks, I left that game again because nothing has changed. It's still a shitty game with no one even on, because it has less players now than what it had 3 years ago. So really, that should tell you something. As of him saying that DDO is a dead game, DDO is not a dead game. There's more people playing DDO than Neverwinter. That's a fact. But anyway, the second reason why he said that he left DDO is because he keeps bitching and complaining every time he logged in that his ping was at 300 or so. That caused him to either rubber band constantly or experience a 3-second delay with his actions, movement, attacking, etc. Which that's a bunch of bullshit. Because if there was an actual connection problem, then he would be rubber banding constantly in any fucking game, whether it be DDO, Neverwinter, whatever. And honestly, I haven't seen that throughout the whole years I've played with John, either in DDO or Neverwinter. Never saw that. So he's full of shit. Then he goes on to say, and pretty much the rest of his little video is just a tirade, pretty much directed towards me. Go figure. And pretty much calling me a 235-pound, 5'7" manlet. Again, I don't know what the fucking manlet is, but whatever. But this time, aha, he says that I have a Napoleon complex. Well, to me it's quite funny that he actually mentioned that, because I never had any behavioral problems concerning my physical stature, or coming from my physical stature, or anything of that nature. So that's complete bullshit. It's just a half-hearted attempt to get under my skin, which he failed. With that being said, after grouping with John for so many years in DDO, and recently for a short period of time in Neverwinter, John, Yellobeard, Villani, whatever the fuck you want to call him, Vibrenium, whatever, does in fact have a superiority complex. What is a superiority complex? For those who don't know, a superiority complex is a psychological defense mechanism in which a person's feelings of superiority counter or conceal his or her feelings of inferiority. The superiority complex is one of the ways that a person with an inferiority complex may use as a method of escape from his or her difficulties. He or she assumes that he or she is superior when he or she is not. And this false success compensates her or him for the state of inferiority which he or she cannot bear. The normal person does not have a superiority complex, nor he or she does not have a sense of superiority. He or she has the striving to be superior, in the sense that we all have ambition to be successful, but so long as this striving is expressed in work, that does not lead to false valuations, which are at the root of mental disease. This fits John to a T, because he keeps saying that you know, this and that, while, you know, saying that, you know, he's better than everyone else, while putting up a front over his computer, you know, by saying that he's like this big tough guy, a former semi-professional MOG player that has so much skill that goes after but the thing is, he goes after teenagers with his friends after MOG tournaments because the teenagers were talking smack to John and his butt buddies. When so tough, right, to go after teenagers because they talk shit to you. Yeah, you're so big and bad. And also him saying that he has so much skill as a former MLG player and everyone is a noob and he still gets owned. And that he knows everything about everything. Doesn't matter what the topic is at hand. It could be something meager and he'll come off like he knows everything about it when in reality he's just talking out of his ass. He doesn't know shit. I've seen this kind of behavior from him for many fucking years of grouping with this fucking scumbag. And the thing is, I'm not the only one who thinks that. That's why he's been fucking blacklisted by all the major fucking guilds in Orion server, and the only people that actually do group with him is people that don't know him. But yeah, I mean, it's petty shit. It's just really sad. And here's the thing: you could go into DDO, go into the Orion server, and ask people from the high-level guilds such as Matrix, Overrated, Phoenix Knights, etc., etc. You can even ask some of the lower-level guilds like Legends of Orion, Crusher Corps, etc., etc. The list just goes on, and ask if Yellowbeard or Villani has a superiority complex, i.e., thinking that he is better than everyone else. And I guarantee you, they will say yes. I guarantee it. Anyway, with his recent video, John posted a link to a website where I had my mugshot taken a few years ago. Honestly, this doesn't faze me whatsoever because I never hid from my past and honestly been vocal about it. Not to mention that I'm on social networks, so people know what I look like anyways. And I believe he did this because he's so desperate and trying to get underneath my skin, trying to get a rise out of me, as you will, by trying to make me feel embarrassed or something. Well, John, if that's the case, then I got some bad news for you, buddy. You failed miserably, because it doesn't bother me in the slightest. And all that it proves is that you still haven't grown up and are jealous of me because my life as of this point is going good. I have a nice job, the pay is good, and I'm paying my own way, on my own, while you are still jobless, leeching off of your half-dead father that isn't going anywhere in life. So you lash out at me, making half-witted assessments about how I look like when you don't even show yourself out of fear. All the while saying how great you are and how better you are than everyone else and all that other bullshit in a way to hide your own insecurities. Time to grow up. And honestly, I'm going to be taking great joy and pleasure. Hell, I'm already taking great joy and pleasure knowing that your life is going to get worse when your father, your lifeline that you relied on for everything, food, shelter, utilities, etc., etc., since you were a fucking kid, eventually dies. And then you'll truly be alone. No friends. Well, you don't even have any friends anyway. The only family member you would have left is your whore of a sister because your mother left your ass when you were a kid, so she wouldn't have to deal with a failure such as yourself. All the while, have no home to go to unless you get off your lazy fucking ass and actually get a job and work for once in your life and pay your own way. without relying on daddy to help you because he's fucking dead. Which I don't believe you will do that because you can't handle working at Mickey D's of all fucking places. Or, as an alternative, you can always sleep in your car like a fucking bum that you are. Or better yet, you can put your outdoorsman classes to somewhat use and live off the woods or mountains somewhere and disappear like a magic trick. Poof. But hey, don't feel bad because you could always, have Yogi, because you could always have Yogi the Bear and Boo Boo to leech off of, just like you leech off of your fucking father, all the while getting spooned by Yogi and Boo Boo. It seems to be right up your alley. I do feel for your father, though. I do feel really bad for him, though. An old man that could die any day that knows wholeheartedly, deep in himself, deep in his soul, that he raised two worthless children that never amounted to anything in their lives, and nothing will change that fact. And your father knows that. I'm pretty sure it's a tremendous burden to carry. In closing, I said my piece about this lonely, pathetic little virgin troll in this video and my previous videos, exposing the scumbag that he truly is. So I feel no need to discuss him any further because my videos speak for themselves in detail from my many years of grouping with him. And John, if you're listening, I would hope one day you would actually pull your head out of your ass and actually let your testicles descend and actually grow up. Because your petty shit is it is what it is. It's fucking petty. And to the other people watching this video, this whole shit started between me and this piece of shit, John. It all started because I didn't give John my account information for a dead horse game called Neverwinter. Let that sink in, folks. He decided to send me an email going completely out of his fucking mind, all because I didn't give him my account information to a shitty game. That is really pathetic. That is really pathetic of John. But whatever. Because he's a pathetic individual. That will never amount to anything. No matter what lowbrow, hand-fisted retort that he could come up with. It's not going to change the fact that he's a fucking loser. And will always be a loser. Thank you for watching.